Aliengear has been coming up with some pretty innovative stuff lately. You may recall this inside the waistband, outside the waistband, fully adjustable spare mag holder we reviewed a while back. Well, at SHOT Show they announced some major changes. I wasn't able to make that meeting, but I believe part of it was this ShapeShift kit. Coming in a nice box with a semi-matte finish, almost kind of like you're getting a game console. This is a modular holster system that takes the same carrier and swaps between inside the waistband appendix, outside the waistband paddle, a slide outside the waistband, all kinds of different docking things. And this starter kit gets you beginning on that. Now they do currently have a limited selection of shells, one of which is for Glock, of course, one of the most popular handguns. So that's what we've got. Let's take a look inside the box and see what this starter kit starts you off with. Now they do warn that the packaging might change a little bit, and also that there are more options coming in the future, including things like ankle, shoulder, backpack, molly, drop thigh, and other things. I think in the commercials for this they show a neat docking setup underneath the desk. So taking a look, here is our packaging with our label. We've got a couple different backers and a holster. Let's see what's in the manual. I haven't been through this yet. You guys are seeing it as I do. So bear with me while I discover. So our instructions are full color, nicely printed. Looks like I'm going to have to read through this and get smart on it first. One thing that I've really liked about Aliengear is that they use Bolteron instead of Kydex, which tends to retain its shape better and be more temperature resistant than Kydex. I also like their lifetime guarantee that they've always had, and their shell exchange program. That is, if you change guns, you send back your old shell, get a new shell. I don't know if that applies to this yet. We'll have to find that out. But very impressive thus far. Let's take a look at the rest of what's inside the box. There we go, here's our quick start guide. That's what I'm going to need to be reading. There are a lot of pieces involved. Alright, so tucked in here, this is our appendix backer. Now they always had, well they used to have a neoprene type backing with their alien skin on the gun side, which I like because it was non-marring and protected the gun from sweat. And it looks like now they've got, I don't know if you can see the texture there, there's some extra breathing holes in there. That's the appendix side. Here's our inside the waistband. And they have multiple clip options as well. These are the standard clips, which I found to be quite rugged. You see they're rather stiff. Nice. We opted for Glock 17 and Glock 19. Wow, it keeps going. Let me get the box out of the way. Nice presentation. So here's the holster itself. Well molded ejection port, extractor, takedown, trigger, all of that built into the molding. That's kind of neat. This must be for the appendix. There's a lot of pieces in here, including other clip options. I'm going to get to the manual and be right back with how all of this works. Right, since appendix carry is what all the cool kids are doing these days, and we have two shells, I'm going to try building one for appendix and one for the outside the waistband paddle for training and range use. This is sort of an erector set for grown-ups. So we have this shell, we need to have it We have these twist locks down here. The twist and then the caps come off. And then this slides apart, which now of course leaves an open trigger guard. So this piece slides in to close the trigger guard. You then of course would need to lock that. So that's closed. Trigger guard closed. We take our appendix backer, attach there, and add the appendix clip, which slides onto this track here. And then our twist lock to keep that in touch. And to adjust retention, there is another piece. So with this all on, you can adjust tension. Let's take our Glock 17. Obviously this is coming too loose from the factory. No complaints there. One of these can be used to adjust tension. Get this back off. It all fits rather snugly by using the end and twisting here, which I think is pretty ingenious, as most things from Aliengear tend to be. Still looser than I like. Tighten it down. Huh, little alien head turns. I think maybe we're going the wrong way. It seems to be getting looser. Well, I'll make some adjustments there. We'll get this together. Next, I want to build one that is an outside the waistband paddle. So the paddle setup is considerably easier. We take our complete shell, the paddle attachment, and using the same spring-loaded setup that we saw on the spare magazine pouch, it grips these teeth. So you depress, insert, let go, and it's locked on. You can depress, pull it out, and rotate it, and put it in basically any position you want. Retention is once again adjustable here by using one of these pieces. That's pretty darn easy. We'll get this out to the range and spend some time with it. I'm curious to know where the retention is, if there's any slide friction that's going to damage the finish on the slide. This one holds, looks like we could tighten it a little bit. Anyways, this is quite the kit. We'll be exploring it in the future to show you more of that underneath view. Everything's labeled nicely, which is great for figuring out where things go and how to store stuff. Here's some other belt clip options, some J-hooks. Quite a lot going on here. This is pretty neat. It lets you have one holster to solve many problems and take the same shell with the retention you've adjusted it to and move it platform to platform to platform, which is pretty cool. Let's get this out to the range and we'll tell you our thoughts. Let us know what you think. One more thing I feel like I should throw in there, that ironclad guarantee I was talking about. 30-day test drive, you get to try it for a month, and if you don't like it, you can send it back. Forever warranty on any part. They'll repair or replace, no questions asked. And rather nice textured material with a foil seal there. And then you get this alien ship about satisfaction with a phone number and an email if you've got any questions or issues, which is pretty cool. I've been buying and trying Aliengear stuff for a couple years now and have yet to really be let down. Innovation and well-made stuff. Now let's get out to the range.
Hey, thanks for watching GBGuns. If you've waited this long, you either appreciate what we're doing or you're trying to formulate some type of argumentative comment and get the fight going. Either way, click the big griffin up here to subscribe and see our upcoming videos, don't forget, by the way, to click on that little bell thing. That gives you a notification, lets you know when there's a new video. Down here is the link for our Patreon. Google revenues have cut. Those covered most of our ammo costs and expenses. If you subscribe to Patreon, you get a sneak peek at some of our videos before they go out to the general public. Those of you doing $10 or more a month do get one of our GBGuns patches. These are quite limited because this stuff's expensive. Up here is a video that Google suggests you'll like based on your watching history. I don't know if it's any good or not. You tell me. And then down here is the playlist most relevant to the video you just watched. Keep in mind, some of these videos fit in more than one playlist. I select one, that's what gets there. But anyways, that's the way the channel works, and thanks again for watching.